It may not always come to mind when we think of danger, but it is a good idea to consider the threat that these animals pose to other animals and even to humans. For example, would you expect a bird to trick you? Do you believe that a parrot could cause significant harm to a flock of sheep? Let's dig in to see these 10 animals that might cause harm. No matter how large it is, the ostrich does not appear to be particularly dangerous. However, male ostriches are particularly territorial and aggressive, and because of this, the ostrich is considered one of the most dangerous animals in Australia. Although it is not as powerful as a big cat, the ostrich does have the advantage of being able to fly at 80 km an hour, which gives it an advantage over other birds. White swan is a bird revered for its beauty and grace. Who could imagine that such a graceful bird could be dangerous? This animal, despite being normally peaceful, ignoring humans, can become extremely aggressive when attempting to defend itself. For instance, that there are cases of people who are drowned in attacks. They are determined that they can surround the victim and prevent movements, such as a large area weighing more than 10 kilos can be extremely dangerous. It is preferable to be cautious and not to approach them.
With you. Come on, there's a good boy. There's a good boy. Come on. Come on. There he is, look. Go on.
Brown-headed vulture. You should be careful around these birds because it is known to feed on bones, and it is the only species of bird that does so. The secret to its diet is eating the bone marrow, which is rich in protein and often left behind by other carnivorous animals. This is why it has learned to break bones. This mountain bird often draws attention for having a gestural cluster of feathers around its neck, making it look like a bearded vulture is wearing the scarf. The crow is well known and without doubt divides opinion among those who are not fond of animals and despise them, while others adore it because we believe that the intellect of this animal is equally remarkable and scary. After all, how can it imitate the human voice? They utilize body language in a very complex way and can even mislead each other with cunning tricks. As if that wasn't enough, this bird is incredibly flexible and can even join gangs in a more reasonable fashion. If you visit the beach out of fear of creatures, then that could appear in the sea. Be aware that there are many other hazards to watch out for, such as the Ave Maria, an animal with a wingspan of about 2.5 meters and weighs around 5 kilos. Fortunately, this bird spends most of its time following other sea creatures and doesn't bother people. It's still better not to approach it. The trouble that these birds find is that if it feels threatened, the gigantic bird is able to emit a nasty stomach combination. You might think it is a large area with more than a meter of wingspan, but we are only talking about the bulge of the red tail. They usually fly in circles over a wide field, and the downfall for their wings is quite strong. So this bird can fly even when the wind is strong. Instead of giving a quick skim, the red-tailed bird descends slowly and steadily with legs extended to approach their prey, making them much more frightening than they seem in the sky. The crossberry is renowned as one of the cruelest and most feared birds in the world, and that is for good reason. Guinness named it one of the most dangerous birds in the world in 2019 despite its youth. The bird is quite large, weighing up to 80 kilos and standing over 1.8 meters tall, which explains why it is capable of killing a human being. Its legs are strong and its fingers have long, sharp claws that can break the bones of an adult man with a single strike. Because of its narrow, elongated, downward curving beak, the New Zealand parrot is easily recognized. It is around 5 cm tall and weighs less than 1 kg, making it smaller in size to regular parrots. However, sheep breeders in New Zealand are considerably more at risk from it than parrots are. I detest this species because it attacks entire flocks of sheep, feeding on their fat and pecking at their ribs and backbones, which are significantly harm the sheep's health. You might have thought a parrot wouldn't be capable of such cruelty. To make matters worse, this owl has strong and firm claws that guarantee great precision in the attack. It is not surprising that this animal does not have any brave predators enough to hunt it. You know what combines fast flights with subtle wing beats what makes it an especially sneaky owl. The eagle owl seems to have adapted very well to a wide variety of habitats and are not very selective and are content with the prey that are accessible across the place. The African vulture is a close sibling of hawks, making it even more perilous and deadly to approach. Its wingspan is greater than 2 meters and its long, perfectly clean neck allows it to delve through the corpse without getting soiled. These birds prefer to hunt in groups, and when it finds a carcass, it usually stays flying around it to alert the other vultures that food has been found. A scene that is regarded as frightening by many other people. After the food, they are waiting with their wings open to the sun as they are too full to fly again. But despite how dangerous and ugly this vulture is, it's important to bear in mind that these creatures are the most successful at giving up organic waste to keep the earth clean, functioning as a strong ecological recycling team. So emulate them by being as frightened by these birds. Leave your opinions in the comments below and I'll see you in the next video.